Imagine this. It is May 19th, 2018. The bells of St. George's Chapel in Windsor are ringing out across the estate. 600 of the most famous, most powerful, most celebrated people on the planet have gathered to witness one of the most dazzling royal weddings in modern history. Seated in those historic wooden pews, Oprah Winfrey, George and Amal Clooney, David and Victoria Beckham, Serena Williams, Idris Elba. It was, by any measure, a spectacular social moment, a guest list that doesn't happen by accident. Now fast forward to today, 2026. And here is the question that all of Hollywood and all of the royal world is quietly asking. Where did everyone go? When Prince Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties in January 2020, they did so with extraordinary ambition. The plan was clear and it was bold. A new life in America, a new chapter. Freedom, as Harry called it, to live on their own terms. They moved to California. They signed a Netflix deal worth a reported $100 million. They signed a Spotify podcast deal. They launched the Archewell Foundation. They gave an interview to Oprah Winfrey, watched by 49 million people globally. They published Harry's memoir, Spare, which became one of the fastest-selling non-fiction books in publishing history. Meghan launched her lifestyle brand As Ever. She launched a Netflix cooking show, With Love, Meghan, and a new podcast. The early promise was dazzling. But now, in May 2026, the picture is considerably more complicated. The Spotify deal has ended. Several projects have stalled or evaporated entirely. The Netflix cooking show received deeply mixed reviews. Insiders in California described the commercial landscape around the couple as what one source bluntly called wall-to-wall fallouts and alienations. And at the heart of that landscape is a growing list of celebrity friendships that appear to have cooled, fractured, or ended entirely. Let us go through what has been reported, carefully and fairly. Oprah Winfrey. The woman who gave Harry and Meghan the most watched interview of their lives. The woman who called their wedding transformative. According to sources cited in the Daily Mail's May 2026 investigation, Oprah Winfrey has quietly and decisively distanced herself from the couple. One source described the withdrawal as a merciless snub. The exact reasons have not been confirmed publicly by any party, but royal sources suggest the relationship has been cooling for some time, with the couple's ongoing public disclosures and commercial ventures said to have created an uncomfortable distance. Oprah has not commented. George and Amal Clooney. George Clooney famously leapt to Meghan's public defense in a February 2019 interview with Australian Who magazine, comparing the treatment of Meghan to the media treatment of Princess Diana and saying, "We've seen how that ends. It was a remarkable, generous act of public solidarity." 7 years later, according to the Daily Mail investigation, the Clooneys want nothing to do with them. The reasons cited by insiders involve what sources describe as a pattern of behavior that has exhausted even the couple's most loyal defenders. Neither George nor Amal Clooney has commented. Anna Wintour and the Met Gala. This is one of the most symbolically powerful snubs of all. Meghan Markle has never attended the Met Gala, not as an actress, not as a royal, not as a California-based duchess with a Netflix deal. Royal biographer Ingrid Seward, speaking on Talk TV in May 2026, described Meghan's continued absence from the 2026 Met Gala, co-chaired by Beyoncé, Nicole Kidman, and Venus Williams, as a blow. She said, "Even if Meghan didn't want to go, she needs the kudos of being seen there." The reported rift with Anna Wintour dates back to 2019, when Meghan guest-edited British Vogue alongside editor Edward Enninful, who was publicly at odds with Wintour at US Vogue at the time. Sources say Wintour perceived Meghan's collaboration as a deliberate public alignment against her. Additional reports cite Wintour's frustration with what sources describe as Meghan's approach to borrowed fashion items. Neither party has confirmed the nature of the rift. Sánchez. Lauren Sánchez, now the wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, following what was described as the wedding of the century in June 2025, is said by insiders to have fallen out with Meghan before the Bezos wedding. According to a source cited by the Daily Mail, she snubbed Lauren before the wedding. The result, according to insiders, is that Lauren Sánchez, Anna Wintour and the Kardashian family are now no longer on speaking terms with the Duchess. None of the parties involved has made any public statement confirming this. And yet, according to sources close to the couple, they cannot understand why. Page 6 reported in May 2026 that one of the most striking aspects of this situation is not the fallout itself. Social circles shift, celebrity friendships are often impermanent, but the apparent absence of self-reflection about why it keeps happening again and again. And then there is the royal side of this story. Because while the celebrity world has been slowly closing its doors, the royal world has been equally complex. Harry and Meghan have not been invited to Trooping the Colour for 3 consecutive years. The last time the couple attended a major royal occasion was the late Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee in 2022, and even then they were not permitted on the main balcony. A planned opportunity for Harry and King Charles to meet again during His Majesty's April 2026 visit to the United States fell through entirely, with sources telling US Weekly there were no plans for a private meeting. The visit was strictly official. And inside the royal family itself, insiders report a fascinating and deeply human division. According to OK magazine, there is an increasingly noticeable contrast between how His Majesty King Charles III and His Royal Highness Prince William are handling what sources describe as the Sussexes situation. Prince William's stance is reported as much firmer and less flexible, focused on what insiders describe as accountability and the consequences of a deep erosion of trust compounded by years of public revelations. His Majesty King Charles, however, is said to take a more measured and compassionate position. He is reported to be more willing to leave space for some form of future reconciliation. He is described as concerned about escalating tensions further, and he is said to share the view, notably attributed also to the Princess of Wales, that life is too short to hold grudges. It is worth noting that Harry and King Charles did meet privately at Clarence House in September 2025, a 54-minute reunion during which Harry presented his father with a framed photograph believed to be of grandchildren Archie and Lilibet. Sources described it as the beginning of a gradual, careful thaw. But as of May 2026, a full reconciliation with the royal family or with Hollywood remains some distance away. Dear friends, as always on the Royal Crown Diaries, we want to step back from the headlines for a moment and ask the bigger question. What does this story actually tell us? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex left royal life 6 years ago. They were, by any measure, one of the most powerful, most celebrated, most promising royal couples of the modern era. The guest list at their wedding was extraordinary. The goodwill surrounding them, at least at the beginning, was enormous. And yet here we are. What the sources in this story consistently point to, from multiple publications, from multiple directions, is a pattern. A pattern of connections made and then lost. A pattern of situations where those closest to the couple feel unable to offer honest counsel. A pattern where the self-awareness required to ask the difficult question, "Why does this keep happening?" seems, according to these sources, to be absent. We report this not with any satisfaction, not with any schadenfreude. We report it because it is news, because it matters, and because, as devoted royal commentators, we believe the story of the Sussex chapter is one of the most extraordinary and genuinely human royal stories of our time. Because underneath the celebrity names and the commercial deals and the Netflix shows are two human beings, two parents of two young children, a man who lost his mother at 12 years old and has spent his life searching for belonging, and a woman who pursued the most extraordinary reinvention any modern royal has attempted. Whatever your views on the choices they have made, the human reality beneath this story is one that deserves to be handled with care.